So earlier today, the Packers' first injury report of the entire season came out. So I want to go over all of these different injuries. This was put out by Rob Demovsky. But here you can see for the Packers, we have Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker, hip injury, limited on Tuesday. Romeo Doubs, hand injury, limited. Marshawn Lloyd, hamstring, did not participate. And then Carrington Valentine, hamstring, limited. Emanuel Wilson, hip, limited. So that is two of the Packers' three running backs on this roster limited. Marshawn Lloyd has been dealing with that hamstring injury for a little while now. And Matt LaFleur said from a quote from Bill Huber earlier today, no setback. He had 2 good days and it's just part of the process. So apparently Marshawn Lloyd did go through individual drills both on Sunday and Monday, but didn't practice today, Tuesday for the Packers. They leave on Wednesday. The game's on Friday. And so he has a few days to get ready and be healthy for Friday's game. And it seems like right now it's just an unknown with Marshawn Lloyd whether or not he will practice or whether or not he will play on Friday. But I would say, when you're not practicing on a Tuesday, slightly worrisome. He's dealt with this for a while and really just unknown right now. And the fact that also Emanuel Wilson, hip injury, limited, not sure how serious it is, but the fact that 2 of the 3 Packers running backs are dealing with injuries, it's not great. So I'm curious to see if they'll have to elevate someone from the practice squad potentially, depending on how serious these injuries are. But the fact that Emanuel Wilson was limited today, probably somewhat of a good sign. Then Romeo Doubs, this hand injury, this must be somewhat new. When you're a receiver, never good to have a hand injury there. He was limited on Tuesday, and he had a quote here from Bill Huber. It said here from Doubs, "It was a contusion on my hand and taking some time to heal, and it is a day-to-day process," Doubs said. He was asked if he caught some passes. He said, "Yes, sir. I was able to function the way I'm supposed to, so that's a good sign." And then Doubs also said, "This is a day-to-day injury. I would not speak on that, and we will see what happens Friday night." So also uncertain whether or not Romeo Doubs will play. Luckily for the Packers, they have such a deep wide receiver room that when any receiver goes down, with there being 4 potential number 1 guys, they're able to make up for the absence of whoever it may be. So if Doubs can't go on Friday night, then Dontavian Wicks will probably have a bigger role, and I think that there's enough talent that the Packers are fine if they're missing one of their receivers, which is, it's nice to have a receiver room in depth to where you're able to sustain those kind of injuries. But hopefully Doubs can be healthy on Friday night. Then Edgerrin Cooper has been dealing with this hip injury for a while now, and so we'll keep an eye on that one. And then Carrington Valentine, hamstring. He is, of course, the backup right now with Stokes, Nixon, and Jair starting. And then for the Eagles players, not too many injuries for them. If we look at the guys who are limited, A.J. Brown had a rest day, so did Landon Dickerson, their guard. Then cornerback Isaiah Rodgers was limited with a hand injury, and then Devin White has an ankle injury. So we'll keep an eye on those 2. And then for A.J. Brown and Landon Dickerson, they are both limited, but it was because of rest apparently. So those are all the injury updates. We'll keep an eye on those injuries as we go through the week. Now we're only 3 days away from the start of the Packers and Eagles season. And if you want to check out my preview and prediction video I did earlier today, you can feel free to check that out. I posted it in the past couple hours. But thank you for watching. You want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.